Hi everyone, welcome to today's craft program. My name is Dabney. I'm the young adult librarian with the Twin Lakes Libraries and I use they, them pronouns. For today's episode, we are going to be making a Halloween craft using fabric scraps. And I'm going to have a link in the video notes with the blog I found this from, because one thing about the Hancock branch, we do have fabric, sewing machines, all that kind of stuff, but we end up with weird sized scraps and I'm like, what are we gonna do with this? So I found a really great craft. It's like the person who did it, like, it's made like kind of almost like a little ornament hanging to put from a doorknob, but I think you could do other things with it. So we're gonna get started. For this, I cut 22 pieces of fabric scraps, half an inch wide by 11 inches long. So each craft bag is going to have that, and then we're going to do a length of wire. It didn't say how much, so hopefully this is enough. And then it said, you know, you're going to crisscross your fabric over the top of the wire. Now I hope this is gonna look good. This isn't like the world's best fabric, you know. So we've got all kinds of like Halloween fabric over here that I like. And one of our previous people who worked here came up with a fun idea for scraps, which was if you have like a styrofoam board, you can like trace out a picture you want. So she did like a haunted house, and then she used you can use scissors, a knife, or whatever to press into the styrofoam lines. And so it's like you're not cutting through the styrofoam, you're just pressing down through it to kind of make an indent. And then she pushed the fabric into those like cuts in the styrofoam. That probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense when I'm saying it out loud. But it looked cool. It looked like a quilt, basically. I don't know if I'm doing this right. Well, hopefully I am. I'm trying to like vary my fabric so it's not all dark colors together, but I feel like I got some short pieces in here somehow. That was not intentional. But those will be in the inside, so maybe it won't be as like noticeable. But anyways, there's lots of different crafts you can look up using fabric scraps, which is great. Okay, alright, so if I did this right, so we've crisscrossed, I'm going to pull this up. And I'm kind of pulling that tight and pulling this around to the top, and I'm gonna twist it sort of as tight as it'll go. So this doesn't look too bad. Now the next part, I see why they used wire for this. Let me get some of this chunky wire. I don't think we need to use as much as they used, but we'll see. Okay. So then, kind of want to press it down. And they said about an inch down. going to want to wrap your wire. So try to wrap it, okay, kind of, and it looks like once you've wrapped it, you can kind of mess with this stuff. Mine doesn't look as great as theirs, but I think it could possibly be the fabric I'm using. And the blog recommended ironing your fabric before wrapping it, but I didn't really care about doing that, so I didn't. Okay, yeah, wire is the way to go. I was going to use twine, but I don't think that would have worked as well. Now, I've got the wire poking out here. If you want, you can try to tuck that in. And then your little fabric pieces, you can just kind of pull them around, see how they look. It almost looks like a ghost. Fabric ghost. Okay, then with this, they said put a bead and then loop it. I'm not really sure. I probably should have done this wire a bit bigger. Maybe like loop it in to here, like that. I'm not really positive about this. If you have little jewelry making tools or whatever, it might be easier to move this stuff around, but we will do our best. All right. So kind of loop at the top, and then they put a jump ring. Here's my jump ring. So you kind of just widen the opening like that, and then put it in here and close it as best you can. Okay. And then they took a piece of fabric and like looped it around here, and I think I left my piece of fabric. I think I grabbed an extra piece of fabric, so hold on. Okay, so instead of doing the fabric, I'm going to do a piece of ribbon because they also mentioned that could work. This isn't really ribbon, whatever this is. So just put that through here, and you can make it however long you want. And then to tie it, you just make a loop and then tuck these ends through the loop and pull it like that. You can make this as fancy as you want. But that's it. I think it turned out pretty good. I probably could have made it crisscross a bit better or something. I still feel like this looks like a fabric ghost, which there's nothing wrong with that. But it's just like a little decoration, you know. Put it on your doorknob. Use it as a keychain thing. Put it, hang it somewhere. It is your choice. But yeah, we will have these craft bags in the teen room for you to pick up later today. All right, bye y'all.